In cybersecurity, a vulnerability refers to a weakness or flaw in a system, network, application, or software that can be exploited by malicious actors or threats. It represents a potential entry point for unauthorized access, data breaches, or other cyber attacks. Vulnerabilities can arise due to design flaws, coding errors, misconfigurations, or outdated software. Once identified, these vulnerabilities need to be addressed through appropriate security measures, such as patching, system updates, or configuration changes, to mitigate the risk of exploitation and protect the integrity, confidentiality, and availability of business assets. What is vulnerability management? It is the systematic process of identifying, assessing, and mitigating vulnerabilities in computer systems, networks, and applications. It involves continuously monitoring, analyzing, and addressing potential weaknesses to maintain a secure environment. According to the cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike, a strong vulnerability management program uses threat intelligence and knowledge of IT and business operations to prioritize risks and address vulnerabilities as quickly as possible. The objective of vulnerability management is to decrease the organization's overall risk level by mitigating as many vulnerabilities as feasible. This can be a difficult undertaking, considering the multitude of potential vulnerabilities and the restricted resources accessible for remediation. It is crucial for vulnerability management to be an ongoing procedure that adapts to new and emerging threats as well as evolving environments. People, process, and technology. Within a vulnerability management program, you will need people who are capable of liaising with other technical staff about why a vulnerability is or it is not a problem. Someone that has excellent soft skills to communicate effectively with management and C-level executives. Furthermore, the personnel must have some technical skills to be able to understand the constraints and issues the system might face if a patch is applied. In terms of technology, a system for tracking assets is extremely important in order to ensure we are aware of all the systems that are operating in our network. The organization needs a scanning tool that is able to assets and find vulnerabilities. It also needs some sort of ticketing system to track the remediation or patching, which will be discussed later. Finally, the organization must have an established workflow to interpret and decide what to do with the information provided by the scanner. Why is vulnerability management important? In today's digital landscape, cyber threats are pervasive and evolving rapidly. Vulnerabilities serve as entry points for attackers to exploit and gain unauthorized access to sensitive data or disrupt critical operations. Mandiant, a cybersecurity firm owned by Google, tracked 55 zero-day vulnerabilities that were exploited in 2022. Although this count is lower than the record-breaking 81 zero-days exploited in 2021, it still represents almost double the number from 2020. Even though the number is lower than last year, these types of vulnerabilities are extremely devastating for business operations, as there is no defense or patch available yet because the software maker does not know it exists. Lessons learned from unpatched vulnerabilities. CVE 2017-5638 played a crucial role in the Equifax data breach, one of the most significant cyber incidents in history. This vulnerability was found in the Apache Struts web application framework and allowed remote attackers to execute arbitrary code. Equifax failed to apply the necessary patch to address the vulnerability, enabling hackers to gain unauthorized access to sensitive data. As a result, personal information of nearly 147 million individuals was exposed, including social security numbers, addresses, and more. The breach had far-reaching consequences, leading to regulatory and legal repercussions for Equifax, severe reputational damage, and increased cybersecurity awareness among organizations. It underscored the importance of robust patch management practices and the need for organizations to prioritize the protection of customer data.